there's only one person in control, and that right there, that's not him.
The danger is not what's in front of you. The danger is what you're being distracted from. The only way that you can control people is by keeping them in ignorance. The world needs to wake up and understand that what's happening right now is an illusion, and it's going to mandate other things coming down, which include RF chips. Everybody's going to have mandated vaccinations so that they can track those people and know who's been vaccinated, who's not been vaccinated.
The newest wave, of course, which is all these big companies are selling masks, right? They want to normalize this as they reopen things or, test reopening things. They want to see how many people are going to be on board with wearing masks or even being willing to leave their home. But of course, how could we move forward with masks and people wearing masks without having the Satanists get involved and market masks towards kids that feature all types of occult symbols, right? And I'm going to show you, and you're going to laugh because you're going to say this entire world has lost their mind.
Now you tell them wear a face mask. What are you doing when you're wearing a face mask? A face mask reduces the amount of oxygen coming in. So now your body's in a chronic state of stress. And that face mask is obstructing airway. They're pushing this agenda, and it's an agenda to make people weaker, to make them more susceptible. The face mask then also prevents, when your body's being stressed out and you're not getting enough oxygen, it then creates other issues. You remember they said don't touch your face and don't okay, well, if you're sweating and you've got face mask, don't you think people are going to be pushing it around? On top of that,
behind the scenes. And now you see exactly what they were doing. They were not just creating a one world government, they were going in detail with their one world government. And you notice how he calls us out and calls us nationalist backlash against globalization. That's what he says right here. And that's what he was talking about the backlash. Listen to that.
Failure to manage globalization, to manage global issues, creates conditions under which nationalist or populist movements come to power. Now those leaders are in many ways articulating legitimate grievances, people who have been hurt by the financial crisis in 2008, for example, or who are struggling to adjust to new realities, are right to stand up and demand some sort of collective solution. But unfortunately, they're increasingly demanding solutions that are not constructive to solving the problem, but instead undermining the ability of governments to cooperate across borders to resolve the problems that it gave rise to the backlash in the first place. And so we see a self-reinforcing cycle of gridlock, where a failure to manage globalization and manage global governance well leads to more reactions against globalization that make the problem even harder to solve.
Basically telling us that let the government handle everything, and we nationalist backlashers that are against the globalization, just back off and just trust the government. Put all your love in the government. They will handle everything. No, people, that is not what they're trying to do. We're trying to enslave the damn world. We're not here to be slaves to their order. And they're not trying to do it for the better of the good for every human being on the planet. Because they're trying to force microchip implants, create artificial intelligence. I mean, they already have it, which I'm going to show you here right now. Okay, but first, before I do that, I'm going to show you the anti-globalism. Okay? Now,
God is doing what he warned us he would do when sins have mounted up into heaven. And that's that he would shake everything that can be shaken. And the whole world is shaking now, an economic meltdown. And it's going to get so frightening that not one of us will be unaffected. We're all going to be affected. Every minister, every family, Christians and unbelievers alike. We're all going to feel and see things that are terrifying. And many are going to have their faith shaken. Many are going to abandon their faith. Even when Jesus walked the earth, when hard message came, when hard times came, and he saw many leave him, he said, many, the Bible says, many forsook him. And he turned to his disciples and he said, will you forsake me also?
Think about this. Trump, I'm going to make some of you mad, but Trump is the snake. He no longer leads. He takes orders. He is a puppet now, people. So you judge for yourself. He has to know what's going on here. He has to know. Surrounded by all those globalists, he made fools out of every one of us.
Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake.
Spiritual things, number 4. Your need for the Lord is realized if you get your eyes upon Him and you begin to focus upon Him and begin to talk to Him. You'll begin to desire Him. You'll want Him. And He is what you're crying out for. You're trying to satisfy yourself with stuff. You're piling it up around you, buying everything you can get your hands on, and you play with it like a child for a while, throw it down, and you got to have something else. That's the way the flesh is. It can never be satisfied. But touch Him one time, and your soul is set on fire. He satisfies you like nothing else does. There's a great big need inside you, and that need is for the Lord. He said, call unto me, and I will answer thee. I need Him, friend. I need Him more than I recognize that I need Him, more than I understand it.
With all the turmoil coming, it's not got here yet. Remember the Comforter. All you have to do is pray and know that the Comforter is going to take care. Jesus is going to take care of everything. Change your life. Pray, get saved, love to Jesus.